video, I just want to show you a quick way that you can use a discussion board or you can create a discussion board using Google Site. So I just have a blank Google Site here. And to get a blank Google Site, you go to your Google Drive, click Create, and go down to More and click Google Site. I have a section on that if you're interested. It's a go at your own pace. But um, yeah, so on this site, I'm going to embed a Google form. Now, the Google form is one that I've already created. I just have one question on it just to show you all what it can do. And to get that embedded onto your site, you're going to come over to the insert and click Drive. I like to just go over to recent. If it's something that I've done, I can also use the search bar to find it. Open that up. Okay, so now it's automatically embedded right here. If I click that X button, I can see that it's still there. Over on my Google form, I want to click responses and I'm going to click on create spreadsheet. I want to highlight all of my columns, and the first thing that I want to do is format and make this text wrapping, so whenever students fill out the form, their text isn't going to be clipped off at the end of that column. And since I've only got 3 questions here, I'm going to highlight all of those columns and right click and just hide those because I don't need them. And I want to make my discussion question be a little bit longer. That way it'd just be easier to read. And I can, as a teacher, just take this B column here because whenever I want to show my discussions on my website, I kind of want to make these be anonymous. So I can right click and hide that as well. And whenever I'm ready to see who submitted, I can go and click this little arrow here and it brings back that B column. So I'm going to keep that hidden just for us to be anonymous. And I want to go back to my site and I can either embed that directly beside of my Google form if I want to or underneath it. I'm going to try to embed it over here to this. No, I'm going to embed it underneath it just because it's going to be easier to read. So same thing, and I double clicked and got that wheel to come up. You can also click over here like we did with the form. Click your Google Drive. I edited that recently, so I'm going to go over to recent and I'm going to find that sheet and I'm going to insert it directly here. So students will be able to see the responses as they trickle in. Make that bigger. Okay, so just to show you what that's going to look like, I can click my preview button. I can scroll down. I can give myself a sample response. And then when I press submit, it's going to automatically bring that answer down here. Now, students will have to refresh their page in order to see those. But then when they refresh their page, they're going to be able to see all of the responses that just come in. Preview. You can see that I have one response. If you get a student that submits something bad, you can click this little button here and it's going to automatically pull up that sheet so you don't have to go try to search for it inside of your Google Drive. You can click that arrow to unhide your B column. And then you can see who it was and you can just go in and you can delete that section out. After you're happy with the site, you can click the X button to go back to your editor mode. Make sure that you publish it, call it whatever you want to, and you can leave it to where anyone at Franklin County Schools can see, can view, or if you want parents to be able to see it, you click Manage and click Change under the links there, and you can change it to anyone with the link or anyone online can see the published site. So whichever method you prefer. And then once you press publish, it's going to be done. and you can click this little link button to get the link to share with your students. You can put that inside of Google Classroom, or if you want to share it with parents, you can put it in Remind. Yeah, so that's how you can create a discussion board with Google Sites and Google Forms.